I'm Jennifer Corcoran. This is my son, Matthew Helton. Matthew is 23 years old. I am a co-lead for Changing Spaces Ohio. We advocate for height-adjustable adult changing tables to be in public places. We started back in 2014 right here at the State House, learning about democracy and how to try to make a law. And that was kind of the beginning of Matthew's job and his role in our community. We work at vendor tables, we do presentations, we go to businesses and do assessments to see if universal changing tables will work for their business or how they will work. So it's really kind of given us a purpose in our lives. In working with employment and working with discovery, it's always been very important in my mind for him to have a role in society that he understands and that society understands. We've said maybe we'll open up a business and then Matthew will have a job in that business. When he graduated, I started thinking, okay, if I could get him to use a switch that could activate anything, maybe we could be at a bakery and it's the mixer. Matthew doesn't like to use his hands for anything. I always say these have a purpose, but he doesn't want to do it. And so I found myself just really trying to force something that he just didn't want anything to do with. When I started working for the county board, I was bringing Matthew with me to advocate with the changing spaces. And it just hit me one day because I said, I want him out around people. If he's not active, he's going to sleep. And when we were doing these conferences and these vendor tables, I thought that's what motivates Matthew. That is his job. Matthew has really kind of driven what we're advocating for, how we're doing it, and why we're doing it. One of the things that we've created so that he can advocate is this badge. I am advocating for community inclusion, and it has our logo. And then on the back, we wanted to put a picture of a table so that folks understand what it is. And then this QR code takes people to our website. And when I did that, I found out there's a lot of people who want to advocate, but they can't necessarily talk. And so they like to have these so that they have a way to advocate as well. Another thing I did was the name tag. And that's a big deal. And I never realized that I just did it because we had name tags. But when we're at conferences, everybody walks up to Matthew and says, "Hello, Matthew," because he has that on. And that app happened by accident. I didn't even think about that. And it worked. Because you like your name, don't you? I've always said, without even talking, I feel like you're doing more in this world than anybody else I know. I think it's really important that we understand that everybody is a person. Just because he's not talking to us doesn't mean that he doesn't need his needs met. What these tables will do is make the community more accessible. Without them, I've changed Matthew in the back of the van until he was about 14 years old. There are people across the country that will change on bathroom floors. And so it's very undignified, it's very unsafe, it is not hygienic. So that's kind of where we started, was just trying to figure out how do we allow our folks to be in the communities. Every person has something to offer, and it is, I feel, our responsibility as a community to help each other understand what it is they have to offer and to give them that opportunity. Whether we have disabilities or not, whether we can talk, whether we have behaviors, it's our job as a community to help each other. It's not like we've hit the end, advocating. That's his job. Every day when we wake up until we go to bed, it's about what gives us quality of life, and then pivoting as we need to. So for now, we'll continue to advocate, right? And we'll see where it takes us.